Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Skylar, and for those of you that don't know, I am a makeup artist and I've been in the makeup industry for a long time, since 2011, on and off. So I wanted to take this video today and ask a bunch of questions that I always get at the counter in my DMs about what you should do with makeup and skincare, kind of a do's and don'ts video without doing makeup, because I hate doing makeup on camera. It's awful. So first things first, the most asked question ever. How do I get my skin to look smooth with my makeup on? Skincare. Skincare. Your makeup is only going to look as good as your skin looks, people. Okay? You have got to invest in good skincare. Moisturizer, serums, a good scrub, good mask, like that is where you need to be putting your money, is in skincare. Second thing, oily skin people. I hear probably every day that I work, when I ask people what moisturizer they're using or what they're using to prep their skin, they say, I don't use one because I'm oily and it makes me oilier. You have to use a moisturizer, you guys. Healthy skin is a mix between oil and water. So if your skin is super oily, that means it's overproducing oil because it doesn't have enough water, and vice versa. So if you're oily, you need to be adding water to your skin to help balance it out. So good moisturizers, to me, I've always been like Clinique, Estee Lauder, Lancome. I do a lot of Chanel. Clinique is going to be a little bit more affordable, but they have a whole line for people with oily skin, so it's going to help add water to the skin. You really just need to look for stuff that's water-based that says oil-free. For people with dry skin, you need to look for stuff that has oil in it. So that is why my makeup always looks smooth, because I take really good care of my skin. So it's not necessarily the foundation that I'm using, it's the skin under the foundation. Number 3, contouring. I feel like I teach this the most at the counter. These YouTube people with contouring, don't watch it. It's not accurate. They're doing a lot of these things because they're under harsh lightings, especially the really famous people that have really expensive equipment. They're surrounded by lights. They have the ring lights, they have the HD camera, so they have to go and exaggerate things because it's on camera. These are not things that you need to do in your everyday life when you apply your makeup, okay? You don't need to block out your eyebrows with a concealer that's 50 shades too light. You don't have to bring your contour all the way down to here and put it all over your face. It's not necessary, okay? It's not necessary. When you're doing your contour, you always want to stop. When you're applying it, you want to stop where your bone naturally starts, because when you blend it out, it'll bring it down naturally. You do not need to apply it all over. When you do apply it all over, what's going to happen is your face is going to look longer instead of skinnier, which is the whole point of contouring. Number 4, wing liner. Clients do not want to hear this. Y'all like my hoops? The bigger the hoop, the bigger the... But yeah, clients never want to hear this, but if you have a certain eye shape, you cannot do a wing liner. It doesn't look right, okay? If you have super hooded eyes or folded eyes, I'm sorry to you. Now, you can do a smoky eye in a different way. So you can stop your liner here. You can buff it upwards just with a pencil. You can buff it out with a specific type of brush. I can show you guys. Something like this. You can take it and you can actually buff it upwards to give it the illusion that it's smoked out, but you cannot do wing liner. I get this all the time, especially on Saturdays, and I have to tell people, it ain't gonna look right, boo. Number 5, brushes matter. You need to invest in brushes. If I could tell you to invest in the 2 top things, you can always use a drugstore foundation, blushes, eyeshadows, whatever you want to do. Like if you're in a certain budget and you have to buy certain things, these things are completely fine. However, you have got to invest in skincare and brushes. If you have expensive makeup and you're buying shitty brushes, your makeup is not going to turn out good. It doesn't matter how pigmented the product is or vice versa. You have to have good brushes. Okay? Am I on number 6? Number 6, primer. Priming is very, 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 very important. You do not have to have an expensive primer. It doesn't have to be a fucking Chanel primer. You can use e.l.f. NYX is really good, actually. I've tried NYX and I don't mind it at all, especially their mattifying primer. Priming your skin is the same thing as any painter does when they start painting. Before you paint a house or a portrait, you have to prime the canvas or the house. What a primer is going to do is it is going to help smooth the skin, and it gives the foundation something to kind of cling to so it doesn't settle, break apart, look ashy, cakey, dry, crusty. You need a primer, okay? As far as makeup goes, my favorite foundations, I love the MAC Studio Sculpt. It's like my absolute favorite. I have really dry skin though. And then I swear by Estee Lauder Double Wear. I swear by it. It is my favorite. I literally have, I'm not even kidding, it's actually pathetic. I have over 30 foundations in my drawer down there. I use my Estee Lauder foundation every single day. I do mix it with stuff. Like right now I have on 3 different foundations. I'm really dramatic. Becca, her foundation is really good, but it's very, very, very thick. But it has like a really glowy finish. So I always do the Estee Lauder all over, and then I do the Becca on my cheeks. Blend it all together with a beauty blender, and then I go back in with Studio Sculpt just in my cheek area because that's where I like my glow, and I blend it in with a beauty blender. So my favorite foundation is definitely Estee Lauder, I would say. So those are my makeup do's and don'ts. So if you have hooded eye, don't do eyeliner. Stop bringing your fucking contour down to your chin. It is unnecessary. You do not have to go 12 shades lighter when you're doing your concealer or your brows. You are not on camera, you are walking around in real life, and we can see you in natural lighting. So be careful with those 3 things and your makeup will look phenomenal. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry this wasn't a funny video. I know I'm usually like the life of the party, but I want to do something informative because people literally ask me, I know y'all probably don't believe me. 100 people ask me this question, so I'm gonna answer it in a video. But people literally ask me every week stuff about skin and makeup. So I wanted to do this for you guys, kind of informative. And I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. Make me famous or whatever. Oh, shit. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Subscribe, and I'll be making another video very soon. Thank you, guys. Ew, that was kind of corny.